It was one of the last times the world saw Saddam Hussein alive. Now, for the first time, you will see where he lived out his last moments, in his cell, reading from his journal, and his final haunting photograph.
So he was actually jailed in a building he built.
Jailed in a building that he built, jailed in a building that many of his guests came and enjoyed.
Did he know where he was?
You know, initially we didn't think he did, but he actually did know. I mean, he ultimately knew exactly where he was for a combination of reasons that only the owner would probably know. You're just in a park.
Major General Doug Stone oversees detention operations. According to Stone, Saddam also knew what was once decadent had become bare. This is the cell where Saddam Hussein slept, bathed, and spent his final morning.
So he got up. He was informed that, in fact, today would be the day that he would be going to the execution. He bathed himself here in a very modest manner. It was winter, so it was cold. He then put on his dark suit, the one that I think most people have seen that was laying out here. He put that on. He was all ready to go. It took, I think, about a 10-minute delay. But as he went out, he said goodbye to the guards and then got in the vehicles and, of course, proceeded on over for the execution.
What did the guard write about his final minutes before he went to the gallows?
Yeah, well, just in the last 10 minutes while he was waiting, he asked the guard, he said, I want to give you all my belongings. Please give those to the lawyer, and please tell my daughter that he is going to meet God with a clear conscience and that he's going as a soldier, sacrificing himself for Iraq and for his people. He said, well, what does that mean? He said, well, it's Vic. He said, well, okay, that's what I want to be called.
But, says Stone, Saddam felt much more comfortable in his garden, a garden he was allowed to grow under a watchful eye.
This is probably his favorite area. Again, not particularly too elaborate.
Did you find that odd that he wanted a garden, or did you suggest that?
No, he wanted a garden. He wanted to have a little planting over here, and it's sort of somewhat interesting that nothing he ever planted grew very well.
But this is the way many will remember Saddam Hussein.
So this was the last photo that was taken of him?
That's right, Kira. This is the last picture ever taken of Saddam Hussein alive that we're aware of.
Why is he so irritated? He looks angry.
Yeah, he is angry, and that's very perceptive. He actually is a guy that wouldn't normally look like that, but our guards noticed it. What had happened was the Iraqi guards had written his name on the back of this whiteboard as if to take his picture in front of the word Saddam Hussein, and they had misspelled his name. Oh. So he turned to him and said, I am Saddam Hussein.
A captured moment of an angry man, a man who until the end refused to see himself as anything other than a believer in the nation he lost.